What's up, Glow Up Tribe? Oh my God, it's been so long since I talked to y'all. But sometimes I feel like there's a period, like we always want to go, and do. And I feel like, God just really had me in this period of isolation. But trust me, I've been wanting to speak to you guys. But, I feel like I was obedient in that sense that I didn't just rush back to making another video. I feel like God needed me to be still to be able to see clearly. So it's been, I think, a few weeks since I spoke to y'all, but boy, do I have a word for you. I have a word for you, and I wish I could just put it all together, but I know I'm gonna have to put this in segments, and I pray that God gives me the order in which to do it and the motivation to do it, and I know He will. He always comes through, because He is a good God. But a lot of you guys who know me personally, my through my social media, or if you just know me from wherever in the world, that was so Simone-ish, but I just had to do it. But you know that I just came back from a family vacation. It was me and the kids. I got 3 kids: 15-year-old son, a 10-year-old daughter, and a 3-month-old daughter. 3 months, she's 5 months. But we all took a trip, and it was, oh my God, the kids did so good. Oh, I'm so thankful. It's stressful traveling with kids, but they just made it so stress-free. They were so helpful, more helpful than on a regular average day. But I appreciate the airport help. I appreciate it. But anyway, we went to go visit my dad and all of my dad's people. They all up north, and so Midwest. I think it's Midwest. I think that's what they call it. But we took a vacation, spent some time with family, and I went up there to gain some closure from my childhood and to remember some things from my childhood that I feel like God wanted me to step back into. Because if you know me, I always say I cannot remember nothing from my childhood. I can't remember people. I remember some faces, but I damn sure don't remember no names, especially if I haven't seen you since I left home in 2004. Sorry, but my memory just ain't that good. So anyway, I feel like that was for God's protection. God protected me from the things that He did not want me to see at that time in my life, because I was very insecure, vulnerable, probably would have been suicidal if I'm going to keep it all the way a buck, and I'm going to keep it a buck. So, because I went through a lot of bouts of anxiety and depression through many years of my life, and now I know where it stems from, I know where it stems from. A lot of this shit is spiritual. All the anxiety, depression, eating disorders, addictions, all of the things. You are not in alignment with the Most High, and so you're experiencing some real life shit. So, and listen, if you don't know me, I said it in my intro video, I curse and I love the Lord. Okay, God knows my heart. He continues to bless me. I'm not going to be malicious with my curse words, but I will use them as a figure of speech. But anyway, He protected me from a lot, and He's been revealing to me the things that He wants me to revisit. So one of them was to go back up north, because I spent a lot of my childhood years up there, and with those family members, and so He wanted me to see some things, and boy, did He show me so much, some very painful things, but I needed it. I needed it to heal and to move forward, and for that I'm thankful. Because the past will try to trap you. The past will try to hold you down. The enemy is busy He does not want you to be in God's good graces. You guys, we know the childhood stories, okay? You think it's a game. It's not. This is real. You think you don't have to open the Bible? You do. Because otherwise you're just going to just leech on to any old thing. And I see y'all doing it. The shit that y'all entertain on social media, the conversations you jump into, for what? But I'm not here to judge you. I'm just saying. I had this thought the other day, and I'm not getting off topic at all. I already prayed before this message, and I told God to lead this conversation. So if you're sticking with me, I believe I'll drop some gems for you. But, you know, if I'm triggering you already, you might want to exit stage left. My left, your right. If you can't handle the truth, bye-bye. Okay? And if it triggers you, you know, my prayer is that it triggers you to want to do better for yourself, not for anybody else. That's my prayer for you. Because God's love running all through me, and that's how you show love. That's how you show I care. I would never wish ill will on nobody. I don't care who I don't fool with no more, who I'm not cool with no more. I would never, ever wish ill on anybody. Y'all, I had my ear up. I hope y'all could hear me, because sometimes I know that shit can sound like wind. I apologize, but I did just recognize that. But I had an epiphany over the last couple of days about my birthday being in December. And I believe in astrology. I believe God created the heavens and the earths and the planets, the stars, the moon, and the sun. So Sagittarius, all the zodiac signs, I believe it. Now, obviously, we're all individuals, duh. But our characteristics, I do believe that God planted us. He knew. People love to say God knew us before we were formed in the womb. But you don't think if he knows that, you don't think he has the power to place us right where he wants us to, depending on what our purpose is? I'm just saying, maybe I think on a whole nother level. And, you know, sometimes I do feel like I'm not from this planet, because the shit that I witness in this world, I cannot be like these people. I don't know. Oh, Lord, I don't know. I don't understand the human race. I'm a human. But something about me, God made me a little bit different from a lot of these people. So, with that being said, my purpose is to spread God's word, because I'm a child of God, and the more I spread his word, the more he blesses me. So, you know, when it comes to being consistent, that is one thing I have realized I cannot fail to be inconsistent on. I might fall off at the gym, might fall off on my diet. I don't diet, I'm just saying, you know, that might be somebody's word right there. I might fall off on a lot of things, but what I have learned to not fall off of, because I've done it time and time again, but I didn't learn my lesson. God has shown me I will not fall off on praying and having a relationship with God. I don't care if that's the only relationship I have in this world. Guess what? I'm never alone. That feels so good to me. As long as I got God, I'm good. I ain't alone. And that's the one I want with me. That's the most faithful. Okay? The realest and the trillest. I'm going to stay with him. And everybody else can go. You know, my kids, you know, I pray my kids continue to follow in my footsteps and building a strong relationship with God. But if they go on their own way, I'm going to try to reel them back in, but it's going to become a point where I got to let you go. So, and I pray over my kids all the time, so I don't believe that. I don't see that in my future, but, you know, God is in control, not me, not Courtney. And Coco, for you guys. Unless you know me, then it's Courtney. But anyway, I'm a Sagittarius. My purpose is to spread the word, to be a truth teller, a truth seeker. I'm very blunt with my words. People get really offended by me because now I recognize I speak a lot of truth that just, it just touched their soul in a way that they are highly offended. And I'm always speak from a place of love. I recognize that this has always been me. Somebody told me that it wasn't me, made me question who God had made me to be. And baby, I see the light now. So nobody can come against who God has revealed to me, who I am. Never again. I used to, but I'm triggering a lot of souls because they can't do that shit no more. So I'm Sagittarius, a fire sign, a little firecracker. Ooh, I'm so hot in more ways than one. I'm hot. I recognize this. God did this to serve the purpose, okay? To serve the purpose. I don't care if you don't like the purpose. God gave it to me, not you. So if my spirit triggers you so much, you know, this is what I learned. People love my energy. Ooh, it's so toxic to them. Oh my God. I know my energy, so I get it. You know what I'm saying? It's intoxicating. But my spirit, I tickle the spirit in so many people. My spirit just tickles so many folks. But the ones that it don't, the ones who understand, the ones who are going through the same lessons. Oh, I know we soul tied, connected. You know, I feel like soul tied is more of a negative term, but we're soully connected, spiritually connected, in alignment. Maybe on different paths, you know, maybe at different points in our journey, but we all on the same path. You know what I'm saying? I go up, you go down, you pick me up, I pick you up, we like that. And it's always gonna be good. You know what I'm saying? There's such a level of respect and appreciation and love, unconditional love, that is felt and experienced when you're going through life with somebody like that versus going through life with somebody who pushes you at every fucking turn. Y'all pay attention, okay? But so yeah, that's the point I was saying. I am who I am. But the trip was very what's the word? It was very necessary, very healing, very revealing, very transforming, very powerful, impactful. You know, my lenses are clear now. There's no more, you know, cracked, you know, lens. Like the red lens is gone. It's clear. And I thank God. And I thank God that my children were there to feel what love is not. To experience it themselves, not to just look at it from my lens, but to experience it themselves and be able to talk to me about what it feels like, what it felt like, what they've been able to clarify, you know what I'm saying, within themselves, to just have someone, their mother, to be there for them, to help them process the things that they don't understand. And that became clear to me from like a 3D perspective, because what I'm speaking about is 5D, y'all. It's spiritual. Like, this shit is deep. If you know, you know. If you don't, tap in with God and you will. But on a 3D level, this is how that played out, okay? We always tell our kids, you know, this grown folks business, this grown folks, stay in a child's place, blah, blah, blah. They don't listen. They don't listen. They just think they know it all. And, you know, every parent will tell you that their kid think they know it all. And it don't matter how much sense it make to them, they don't want to hear it because they just don't want you to be right. They want to be right. I don't know. It's just weird. Teenage hormonal stuff. And then some people don't ever get out of that teenage stage. That's why you're dealing with a 40, 50-year-old man or woman, okay, because I'm not sexist here, who still didn't freaking get it. So, you know, that shit will just ride their coattail till something knocked their ass upside the head. That wasn't nice, but it's real. So these lashes, y'all, I love my lashes, but I would tell a little joke, but I'm not going Um, they heavy on the lids, y'all. But they're so cute. Okay, I'm getting off topic. Let me get back. Some people just never get it. So my son, we got to the airport. I'm having to drop off my Turo rental, right, at the airport. And I'm following the signs, the terminal, the, departure, And I ended up going in a circle because I had missed my turn because I was on the phone, distracted or whatever. So I had to go back around. So my son was like, didn't we just come back through here? He was like, I don't never want to travel. This is too confusing. And I'm like, well, that's no way to live. Like, are you going to live in fear and not travel and see the world because the airport is confusing? I said, that's what I'm here for. That's why you travel with me, so that I can show you the way. And that way, when you're on your own, even if you don't get it all right now, you're going to be like, oh, yeah, I remember my mom said when I'm going somewhere, I'm going to take departures. You know what I'm saying? Or if I'm picking somebody up from the airport, they're going to come through arrival. So you're going to be able to follow the signs because, she pointed me in the right direction. Okay. And so when I said that to him, I went back to, now this is why parents say all the time, I'm an adult, you're a child, stand in the child's place, because some things you don't need to know right now. It's too much for you right now. Why am I going to dump all of these lessons you got to learn on your pretty little brain right now? When there's time for the things that you need to learn, there's time for that. You'll get to the milestones. You're not there yet. So let me do me, boo-boo, when you do you. And when I said that to him, he was like, yes, ma'am. Like, my kids be getting it. You know what I'm saying? Like, they be getting it. The other lesson he learned in that, and, I'm just talking, I'm not doing too bad on time. It's 17 minutes in. But when we got in the airport, now my son, he's scared of roller coasters. He's scared of anything he done seen somebody die on. He ain't doing it. And that includes planes. So, he all want to travel and go places, but scared to ride the plane. He'll get on, but I think he be trying to put on the front, but he be scared. So he was like, man, I wonder how many people died on a plane. And I'm like, more people have died in car crashes than planes. Why are you even thinking about that? We about to get on a plane. Like, let's pray. Because we got to get that off of you. And I said, you can't allow being scared to die because you saw, maybe 1, 2, however many, it doesn't happen all the time because you saw some people die from it. You see more car wrecks than you do people falling from the sky, So don't live like that. Let me tell you something. God already know when you're going home, okay? And you're sitting up here on earth like, I ain't flying nowhere because I don't want to die on the plane. And God looking at you like, boo-boo, foo-foo. I still got X amount of years on your life and you just really just no faith, okay? Go, stay home then with your boring ass. Stay home, And he was like, it make a whole lot of sense. Yes, son, live your life, okay? God has your day. You won't see it coming. You know what I'm saying? I pray, you shouldn't know the date. You shouldn't even have that in your mind. Just live. That will trap you. That's the enemy. He wants you to be stuck. Don't allow him, because God wants you to live, okay? I learned that I still have, I had some daddy issues to work through. Still had some mommy issues. Because of the spirit that I have, I attract a lot of toxic and, I feel like I attract a lot of narcissists. That's the thing. Narcissists are I don't think they're spiritual leechers. I think that would be a Jezebel. Ain't that a word? That would be a Jezebel. On a spiritual sense, I attract a lot of people with this Jezebel spirit. On some, like 3D, mental, emotional sense, I attract a lot of leechers, manipulators and con artists and all the things that ain't somebody I want to be associated with. Nor does my God want me to be associated with. but it's my energy, it's my spirit, and God has just been showing me how to set more clear boundaries. So, because I'm going to always have his protection in the spiritual realm, but you know, when I'm dealing with people, he's taught me and gave me lessons on how to do that by setting boundaries, by staying close to him, by not allowing people to continually offend me. Because, you know, I give second chances, sometimes 3, 4, depending on who you are, sometimes more than that. But when I get to the point where I'm done and I'm over the abuse, oh, I have no problem with walking away, okay? Not a one. And I usually don't care how it makes you feel, because you damn sure didn't give a damn about how you was making me feel when all I was doing is trying to show you some real shit. So don't care about your feelings or how you feel about it, or what lie you tell yourself, what lie you tell everybody else. Don't care, because I guarantee you one thing: you're gonna always want to come back for more. Coco, okay? They always do. It's my energy. They love my energy. They love that I give them some real shit, but they love to go back to the fake and phony and the frauds. Like, they love what they say they hate, which in my book sounds crazy as hell. And I ain't crazy. I'm crazy in that I'm fun crazy. Like, Courtney gonna turn up. She gonna have a good time. She gonna be good energy. You try me, I'll try you back. I'm crazy in that sense, but cuckoo cray cray, no, that ain't me. And I done had a lot of people tell me that I am, but and at one point in life I used to like question it. Oh, I remember questioning myself, thinking I'm the one that's crazy, narcissistic, but you don't have a heart like me when you're narcissistic, baby. You're not blessed in this way when you're narcissistic. And narcissistic people, or Jezebel's spirited people, you know, evil, the dark people, all the people, whatever words, fit your own word in there, I don't care, you know, whatever word you want to fill in, use it. The people that are not light, the people who are not, who don't take their directions from God, I'm not talking about them. Like, I'm talking about the people who are of darkness, you know, just mean. I believe they get things. I think that it can manifest like in material things. You know, they might dress nice, might look nice, might have nice things, you know, tangible things, the things that don't matter, but it all falls apart. It always falls apart. And they got it in a way that probably wasn't, I don't know how they, maybe sometimes when they do good, God say, I bless you. And other times they don't do good, in the sense of when they get something, it's like the enemy trying to fool the people, like, you know, the good people. Like, ooh, they bad, but they still being blessed. No. If they did something bad to get it, that ain't a blessing. It might look like, but don't be fooled, okay? A lot of this shit is an illusion. And I'm speaking on the spiritual illusion, okay? Like, a lot of this is an illusion, you guys. You have to be able to see clearly. And that starts with a firm foundation from God. Firm foundation from God. But anyway, I went to church this Sunday, and me and the kids didn't fly to get back to like after midnight. And you know, home like 1, bed like 2. So it was like, and I had to get up at 7, you know, actually it was like 6:45-ish, but to get us all ready for church, because our church starts at 9 o'clock and it's 40 minutes away. And I told you I love my church. I love my church, Pastor Cheryl Brady at the Potter's House, North Dallas and Frisco. Oh, she's so powerful. So we all got up, me and the kids all got up to go to church. And the kids love church, and I love that they love church. And so we got up and we did our thing. And if God didn't confirm to me everything that had been revealed to me on my trip to Minnesota, y'all, I cannot make this up. If you do not believe, I just don't know how, guys. I just don't know how. But you know, my message is for those who want to see. Those who want to stay blinded to the facts, carry right along. My message is not for you. And I don't care how you feel about it, what stories you make about it. It does not matter to me. It doesn't matter to me. Be upset at me. Be triggered by me. At the end of the day, that only means that you're just upset and triggered by God. Because all my orders come from God. And it is seen, because we like to see things. You can see my life and see that it's going well. Okay? Because God continues to bless me for being obedient. So what you feel about it does not matter to me any longer. I thank God for his protection. Okay? I thank God for providing me clarity and wisdom each and every day. I thank God for revealing to me the things that need to be revealed to me each and every day. I ask him and he delivers each and every time. Might not be on my time, but it is for sure in his divine time. This I understand. But if you want to follow up on what I'm about to read you, it's the passage from the Message. I believe the Message said, remember you are his son. And this is, talking about God, and son does not mean, gender-wise. We're obviously all his sons and daughters, but I think it was more of a reference about Jesus and us being like Jesus. We're spreading the gospel. Jesus is our brother, and God is our Father. And my trip was about my father and my family attached to my father, and building relationships with stronger relationships with that side of my family, and beginning relationships with a lot of people on that side of my family, because a lot of them I just met for the first time. So I'm gonna read you the passage. You can go to, I know you can find it on Facebook if you go to the Potter's House of North Dallas Facebook page. You can find Sunday service, but I don't have another device with me to where I could just read it verbatim, but I will read you what I kind of jotted down a little bit, and then I have to go because I got to get my daughter from gymnastics. I'm waiting outside. It's Hebrews 12, 6 through 11. It says verbatim, guys, don't quote me everything, but the gist of it is here because I kind of wrote a lot down, but skipped some words, okay? I'm just kidding, but the Lord disciplines the ones he loves. Our hardships are our discipline, because God is treating us as his children, because that's what we do as parents, right? Y'all have kids, we discipline our children. And if you're not disciplined, then what? You're not legit. You're a menace to this society. That part wasn't there, the menace